Hey guys, this is Jynnette with Anderson Alchemy here to give you your tarot forecast for the month of February 2018. If you haven't already seen the first forecast for the month of January, for the first forecast of the year, definitely check that out on the other playlist for January. And I am still currently taking bookings for 2018 forecasts. So if you'd like to do a tarot version, astrology version, or a combination of both, definitely hit me up on my website to book your session. Now, for this month of February, I wanted to do something a little different because we do have a new moon solar eclipse happening in Aquarius halfway through the month. And so I wanted to pull energy from the cards related to the overall theme that is going to be for each sign over the next 6 months, because every time you have a new moon solar eclipse, it begins a new cycle of manifestation and growth and process that culminates 6 months later. So let's see what is going to be in store for you. All right, so I pulled an oracle card for each of the signs, and for you, you actually got the card Glory or Victory. So, and if I didn't say at the beginning, I apologize. This is for Gemini. So if you have a Gemini rising, sun, or moon, this is for you. So, but yeah, basically, Glory, Victory is amazing. You are definitely heading into a 6-month period where you are going to experience lots of expansion, creative growth, attracting amazing abilities, opportunities, people, projects, money, what have you, to you. And so I think that this is going to start feeling really good, especially if last year was kind of, 50-50 in terms of experiences. It looks like the first half of this year is going to be absolutely explosive, okay? So good on you. Now, I pulled cards for each of the primary areas of life to see what else that energy of glory victory is going to look like for the next 6 months for you. And the first card relates to your health and wellness, and I got the Magician. So this is a major arcana, and this talks about basically you being in a position where you have everything at your disposal that you need in order to create the life that you want. So, if you're wanting to get that 6-pack, you have the ability to do so at this point. If you are wanting to, incorporate better eating habits or a new diet regimen, you have the ability to do so. There's no more restrictions if there have been in the past. You're definitely at a place right now where you can basically be in a position of power over that. So, this can be a catch-22 because you won't be able to blame anyone else. But it's also really good too because everything is up to you. Okay? Now, in terms of finances, you got the Ace of Cups. This is beautiful because this talks about not only emotional fulfillment, but also abundance and prosperity in general, okay? And maybe even a little bit of creative fulfillment. Now, anytime you have an ace, it talks about an offering of the full potential of that thing coming to you. So the environment is ripe for you to be able to cultivate the kind of financial abundance that you would like to receive in your life. This can also speak about a big offer that comes through, or it's representative of different offers that come through that will provide money for you, maybe for a business, maybe you land a new contract, what have you. But this is really, really positive. So definitely keep your eyes peeled and be on the lookout for that. Now, in terms of relationships, you have the Three of Cups. And so this is just all sorts of celebration and happiness and community enjoyment. So, if you've been all work and no play recently, then, this gives you a chance or reminder to make sure to have fun, because this is an opportunity to also meet people romantically in particular that will be really, really feel like home in a sense. So stay open to invites that you get to go to events because you never know who you're going to meet there. But yeah, I'm really getting the sense that this is a reminder to continue to have fun. This also tells me that you'll probably be dating a lot, not necessarily locked down with one person per se, at least over the next 6 months. But, having this dating energy is also good too if things have kind of been slow on that front. Now, finally, in terms of spiritual development, you have the Six of Wands. This is also the card of victory in the tarot deck. So you have double victory here. And this talks about, being at a place of having gone through a bit of a struggle and now feeling like you can celebrate your success. You know, you're not completely done with your process, but you get to take a little bit of a breather and get to be celebrated for where you are now. So, you know, enjoy that. But, you know, in terms of spiritual development, I think really this is Spirit saying, you know, you get to take a break. You don't have to take yourself so seriously. Maybe you've been pushing yourself so hard to show up in a certain way, or make sure that, you know, all aspects of your life are in alignment with what you really feel in your spirit and your soul. And I'm really getting a sense that you can rest on your laurels a little bit more, at least over the next 6 months, because you have worked so hard recently, that you can really enjoy the balance and the flow that you've put in. So you can reap what you've sown over this next 6 months spiritually. Now, I also pull cards for each week of the month of February to see how that's unfolding, because this first part was but it was primarily focused around the eclipse, the solar eclipse, and its effect on you over the next 6 months, the themes that you'll be dealing with. Now, in the first week of February, though, you have the 9 of Pentacles. So this talks about financial independence, being also just someone who has all their shit together, basically. So, you know, money's right, health is right, relationships are right, everything is on point. Anytime you have a 9, that talks about self-sovereignty and independence. So you are definitely sitting pretty at the beginning of the month. And then in week 2, which is a time at the end of that week, is actually when we have the eclipse, you have the World card. So this is showing and saying that by the time this eclipse comes around, you are really finishing a cycle. And that makes sense that you get this card first, because once you come to this cycle of completion, you should actually be feeling this way, because this is the card, this 9 of Pentacles is the card of someone who has you know, learned their lessons. They've accomplished a lot. They've developed into self-mastery, and they're in control of their life. And so, you know, when the universe comes in, it's just like, okay, you've gotten that. Now it's time to move on. So this is a beautiful blessing that shows up for you in the second week. And in the third week, I love this because this does give the energy of a new beginning. You have the Page of Wands. And, you know, this is a call to action to now begin a new path over this next, you know, this next incarnational cycle, this new path that you're going on, because something just finished and now you're going to start something new. So, you know, perhaps you are in the process of completing a project that began a couple weeks ago, and maybe this is just taking up the finishing touches, and then once you hit this third week, a new creative inspiration comes in for a new project to do, a new thing to write, a new business collaboration, what have you. But the Page of Wands, since this is a fire element, is definitely more creative and spiritual in nature. So this might actually be you speaking about new creative projects, maybe pitching something, maybe you begin writing or dancing or something, but I am getting more of a fun kind of creative energy with this card. Let's see what else. Yeah, I don't get the sense that you are going to get offers on this. I think this is more going to be an expression of your internal creativity. And then lastly, to finish off the month, you have the King of Pentacles. So I think overall for this month, especially since you start the month with 9 of Pentacles and then you end with the King, financially you're going to be really steady, because Pentacles is all about the material aspects of life. So, you know, your money, your health, your relationships, your home. And the King and Queen are the most powerful controllers of the mastery over that element, over that aspect of life. So, you know, the fact that you're even, you know, embodying that energy here once the month ends tells me that you have a beautiful process of growth and fruition that comes through for you in terms of money, especially. But also, this is a very grounded energy, which is nice for Gemini. All air signs actually benefit from having, you know, earth energy in your life. So I do get the sense that this is really speaking to your financial prosperity. Now, this could also be a person that steps into your life that has a rising or sun sign in an earth element. So they could be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So if that's the case, be on the lookout for them, because they may play a pivotal role and opening up opportunities for you, business ventures. And maybe that maybe this person gets attracted because of the expression or the pitching that you're doing with this Page of Wands energy. Okay, so yeah, that is your month of February, Gemini. Thank you so much for checking out the video with me. Like I said, if you'd like to book a session with me, go to my website, andersonalchemy.com, to do so. If you're not already following me on social media, you can find me on Instagram and Facebook, where I do weekly tarot and astrology forecasts. Have a wonderful month. It looks like it's going to be very prosperous, and it's going to be kicking off a great 6 months for you. Enjoy it. I love you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye.